So this is what the normal 4x6 shipping labels look like with this printer. So this is what it looks like for these labels to actually print. I'm printing multiple of this handle with care sheet, and as you can see, it prints out really quickly. It also has perforated lines for easy tearing. It's got really good quality in my opinion. And then if you turn them over on the back, they actually have the sizes of the labels on the back side, which just makes it easier for you to check the size and select the size on the printer. So you open this up by pressing the little button on the side. You take out your old labels and then you just switch it to your new one. You want to make sure to feed a good amount of labels into the little thermal label printer so that it can actually grip onto them and then feed them through. You also want to make sure to size the little gadgets inside of your thermal label printer. You can resize it so that it holds on to your labels as the labels are being fed through. So make sure you move those little gadgets to fit to your specific labels that you're using. So we're gonna go ahead and print onto these. These here are also shipping labels. They are just a smaller kind of shipping label. Now I wanted to show you real quick. On your computer, I'm using Photoshop, but you can use anything. You will just go into the printer settings and select the paper type that you're using, just like with any other printer. You're going to select the size labels that you're using. So that's what I'm doing here so that it will print out correctly onto this size paper. So as before, it prints really, really quickly, which is great. Tears off very easily with no, no tearing as far as like tearing in the middle or anything like that. And then again, if you turn it over, it shows you the size of the labels. That way you know what to set your measurements to. Now, these labels that I'm using next are the multi-purpose barcode and SKU labels, but of course you can use them for anything. I think these are a really cute little size. I plan to do a lot with them, but as you can see, compared to my hand here, they're not that big. They're only about a 2¼ inch by 1¼ inch. So yeah, you can use these for a lot of things. And then last but not least, here I'm using the address and barcode labels. Because these are so skinny, they kind of like fall off the main roll, but it's okay. We're gonna make it stay. I just don't want it to get tangled up in the actual thermal printer, So I wanted to make sure to fidget with that. So just keep that in mind if you want to get any skinny labels, whatever you plan to use them for, that they might kind of, fall off a little bit. Here they are printing out, just so you can see again, they print out really quickly. I was thinking that these would be really good size labels for those of you that have, that go to those like craft shows and things like that, or little markets. I don't know, it just, again, for a barcode or just, made by, and then with your name, your business name on there. I just thought it was a really good size. So yeah, those are all the different labels that I was sent by Betckey. And of course we have to do a sticky test. We got to make sure that they're actually sticky. So I'm going to grab a smaller envelope, one of my little cushion envelopes here. And I want to test the stickiness of it and the durability of it. So I want to see, like, if I were to like kind of crush this package around, because the post office and all that, they be crushing your stuff. I just want to make sure that it stays even through that kind of crushing. And then I want to see if I can remove the labels. So good news, these are permanent adhesive labels, so they will not be coming off. As you can see here, it ended up kind of ripping off, and it's even that little last part is very hard for me to try to get off, so I'm not even going to try. But what we are going to do is stick one of our bigger size labels right on top, and that way I can reuse this package later, right? So I really liked how well it sticks, and again, it's not crushing or anything. It's not coming off, when I mess with this package. So I really do like that about these labels with that permanent adhesive, like I mentioned a while ago. So now we're going to go in with a bigger sized label for my purple package here, and just see how well that holds up. It's super sticky, so that's good news. You know what I'm saying? It's a good sign. So I'm going to stick that on here, and it doesn't, you know, it's not ink, so it doesn't rub off or anything like that. And it stays even with this bigger package, so I really do like that. But I'm still going to try to take this off just in case. I really want to test it. I'm the kind of person that always has to do just a little bit more research. And yeah, this is permanent adhesive. It is not really coming off. So what we're going to do is grab a 4x6 label. And we're going to cover our torn label because, again, I want to be able to use this package at a later date. So we're going to stick that on there. Again, it's not ink, so it's not going to spread onto your fingers. And I'm loving it. I think I'm really in love with these labels.